Part 2. Rules of Sport. Rules that apply to all competitions. 1000 Competition Season. The competition season begins on July 1st of each year. 8 technical requirements for all levels take effect on that date. B competitions held after the U.S. Championships, and through June 30th, may specify either the just concluding or the new. Upcoming commencing July 1st, requirements. C changes to requirements occurring after the Governing Council will be posted on the website and technical notifications. 1010 Geographic Divisions. 1011 The United States is divided into 3 sections which shall be known as the Eastern, Midwestern, and Pacific Coast, as defined in Article 4, Section 2, of U.S. Figure Skating Bylaws. 1012 The Eastern section is divided into 3 regional areas listed below for the purpose of these championships known as New England, North Atlantic, and South Atlantic. These championships shall be qualifying for the Eastern Championships. A New England region, Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island and Vermont. The North Atlantic region, New Jersey, New York and Erie, Pennsylvania. See South Atlantic region, Delaware, District of Columbia, Florida, Georgia, Maryland, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. Excluding Erie, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and Chattanooga, Tennessee. 1013 The Midwestern section is divided into 3 regional areas listed below for the purpose of these championships known as Eastern Great Lakes, Southwestern, and Upper Great Lakes. These championships shall be qualifying for the Midwestern Championships. A. Eastern Great Lakes region, Alabama, Indiana, Kentucky, Lower Peninsula of Michigan, Mississippi, Ohio and Tennessee, excluding Chattanooga. B. Southwestern region, Arkansas, Colorado, Kansas, including Greater Kansas City area and St. Joseph, Missouri. Louisiana, Nebraska, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas, except that for synchronized skating only, Colorado teams are excluded. C. Upper Great Lakes region, Illinois, Iowa, Upper Peninsula of Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, excluding Greater Kansas City area and St. Joseph, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. 1014 The Pacific Coast section is divided into 3 regional areas listed below for the purpose of these championships known as Central Pacific, Northwest Pacific, and Southwest Pacific. These championships shall be qualifying for the Pacific Coast Championships. A Central Pacific region, California, from and including Visalia and all cities north thereof, Hawaii, Nevada, Utah and for synchronized skating only, Colorado teams. The Northwest Pacific region, Alaska, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, Washington and Wyoming. See Southwest Pacific region, Arizona and California, including all cities south of Visalia. 1020 Classification of competitions. 1021 Figure skating competitions are classified as follows. A. Those set forth in the regulations of the ISU. B. Those sanctioned and or conducted in accordance with U.S. figure skating rules. 1. Qualifying competitions as defined in Rule 1022. 2. Sanctioned non-qualifying competitions. 3. Club competitions, which do not require a sanction. 4. Certain Compete USA competitions. 5. State games. 6. Intercollegiate competitions. 7. Special competitions. 1022 The following events for which entries are controlled by U.S. figure skating are defined as qualifying competitions. A. U.S. Figure Skating Championships. B. U.S. Synchronized Skating Championships. C. U.S. Collegiate Figure Skating Championships. D. U.S. Adult Figure Skating Championships. E. Regional Figure Skating Championships. F. Sectional Figure Skating Championships. G. Synchronized Sectional Skating Championships. H. Adult Sectional Figure Skating Championships 1030 Competition records at U.S. Figure Skating Headquarters. 1031 U.S. Figure Skating Headquarters shall A. Maintain a log including the following items. 1. Name, Location and dates of the competition. 2. Organizers, hosts, and name of principal contact. 3. Sanction issue date. 4. Referees report receipt date. B. Issue the current log monthly to 1. The President of U.S. Figure Skating. 2. Chair of the Competitions Committee, F. 3. Vice Chairs of the Competitions Committee. C. Maintain a hard copy file of referees' reports including an announcement, results and judges' assignment, schedule for 1 year. 1032 U.S. Figure Skating Headquarters shall keep permanent files of the official scores for all qualifying competitions. 1040 Authorized systems of judging. A. The International Judging System, IJS. B. The 6.0 Majority System. 1041 The International Judging System, IJS, and 6.0 Majority System will be used as follows. A. The IJS will be used. 1. At all regional and sectional championships, the U.S. Collegiate Figure Skating Championships and the U.S. Figure Skating Championships for all levels and disciplines. 2. At all adult sectional championships for all championship singles events and the Masters, adult gold and adult silver levels of non-qualifying singles events. A. The mini system is not required. 3. At the U.S. Adult Figure Skating Championships for all championship events and the following non-qualifying events: the Masters, adult gold, adult silver and centennial levels of singles and pairs, and the Masters, adult gold and adult pre-gold levels of partner dice dance, including Masters Open Dance. 4. At all synchronized sectional championships and the U.S. Synchronized Skating Championships for the senior, junior, novice, intermediate, juvenile, collegiate, adult and Masters events. B. The 6.0 system will be used. 1. At all adult sectional championships for the adult bronze and below non-qualifying singles events and for all pairs, ice, dance, dramatic entertainment and light entertainment events, see Rule 6700, A. 2. At the U.S. Adult Figure Skating Championships for the adult bronze and below non-qualifying singles and pairs events, for the centennial, adult silver and below partner dice dance events, for all solo dance events and for all dramatic entertainment and light entertainment events, see Rule 6700, A. 3. At synchronized sectional championships for preliminary, pre-juvenile, open juvenile, open masters, open adult and open collegiate events. C. Non-qualifying competitions may use the IJS, the 6.0 system or a combination of both. 1. The IJS must be used for all singles short program and well-balanced free skate events for juvenile and above except as follows. A. The 6.0 system may be used for all levels of high school, intercollegiate and state games competitions. B. The 6.0 system may be used for all adult well-balanced free skate events. C. The 6.0 system may be used for all open well-balanced free skate events. 2. The 6.0 system may be used for all pre-juvenile and lower free skate events, test track, Excel program, showcase, Compete USA, Theater on Ice, Special Olympics, therapeutic skating, solo dance, partnered dance, pairs, synchronized skating and specialty events, spins, compulsory moves, jumps, etc. 3. The IJS, as modified and delineated in the Theater on Ice guidelines, will be used at the National Theater on Ice competition. 1050 Calculation of results, 6.0 and IJS. 1060 Calculation of results, 6.0 system. 1061 The chief accountant is responsible for the accuracy of the computations including the placement of the competitors, subject to verification by the referee. Computer placements utilizing a currently approved software program, Rule 1232, are regarded and used as the official result. 1062 The following results will be calculated during the course of an event, as appropriate. A. All individual segments of the event. B. Intermediate results after the second and each succeeding segment of a multi-segment event. C. Final results of the event determined from the sum of the factored places of each segment of the event. 1. The above calculation will be performed in accordance with Rules 1063 through 1066 as appropriate. 1063 Determination of total marks, trademark, in each segment of a competition, 6.0 system. A. Free skate events, singles, pairs and synchronized skating. 1. The short program marks for technical elements and program components are added. The sum is the total marks, trademark, for the short program. 2. The free skate marks for technical elements and program components are added. The sum is the total marks, trademark, for the free skate. B. Ice dance events. 1. In the initial round or final round, marks for technical score and program components are awarded to each pattern dance. The sum of the two marks is the total mark, trademark, for that pattern dance. 2. The rhythm dance marks for technical score and program components are added. The sum is the total marks, trademark, for the rhythm dance. 3. The free dance marks for technical score and program components are added. The sum is the total marks, trademark, for the free dance. 1064 Determination of ordinal numbers in each segment of a competition, 6.0 system. In all segments of an event, ordinal numbers for each judge for each competitor, couple or synchronized team will be determined based on the total marks. The competitors receiving the highest total marks receives ordinal 1, the next highest ordinal 2, etc. If a judge has given 2 or more competitors equal total marks, the tie is broken as follows. A. Pattern dances. The couple with the highest mark for technical score receives the lowest ordinal number. If the marks for technical score are also equal, the couples are tied. B. Short program. The competitor with the highest mark for technical elements receives the lowest ordinal number. If the marks for technical elements are the same, they are tied. C. Rhythm dance. The couple with the highest mark for technical score receives the lowest ordinal number. If the marks for technical score are the same, they are tied. D. Free skate, singles, pairs and synchronized skating, or free dance. The competitor with the highest mark for program components receives the lowest ordinal number. If the marks for program components are the same, they are tied. E. If two or more competitors are tied by one judge in a segment of an event, each competitor receives the ordinal number for the tied place. The next higher ordinal or ordinals are not assigned, based on the number of competitors tied for the same ordinal number. For example, if 2 competitors are tied for ordinal 1, then ordinal 2 is not assigned. If 3 competitors are tied for ordinal 1, then ordinals 2 and 3 are not assigned, etc. 1065 Determination of results in each segment of a competition, 6.0 system. The ordinal numbers determined for each judge or considered placements for the competitor. A. M. Majority. The competitors placed first by the absolute majority, M, of judges is first, the competitors placed second or better by an absolute majority of judges is second, and so on. In determining a majority for second place, ordinal numbers 1 and 2 are considered as 2. In determining a majority for third place, ordinal numbers 1, 2, and 3 are considered as 3, and similarly for the remaining places. B. If 2 or more competitors are tied for the same place, the ties will be broken by the application of the following rules in the following order. 1. GM, greater majority. If 2 or more competitors have obtained a majority of judges for the same place, the place in question will be awarded to the competitor with the greater majority, GM, of judges making the placement. 2. TOM, total ordinals of majority. If 2 or more competitors have received majorities for the same place from the same number of judges, the place in question will be awarded to the competitor with the lowest total ordinals from those judges forming the majority. 3. 2. Total ordinals. If 2 or more competitors receive the same TOM, the place in question will be awarded to the competitor with the lowest total ordinals, 2, from all judges. 4. TIED, tied, if two or more competitors receive the same tie from all the judges, the competitors are tied. BT, broken tie, if two or more competitors are temporarily tied with majorities for the same place, the place must be awarded to one of the competitors on the basis of Rule 1065, B. After awarding this place, the remaining temporarily tied skaters must be awarded the next following places on the basis of Rule 1065, B, without considering any additional competitors. LM, lowest majority. In awarding the subsequent places thereafter, the competitor with a majority for the lowest numbered place will be given first consideration. SM, subsequent majority. If there is no absolute majority for any given place, the place in question will be awarded to the competitor with the majority for the nearest following place. If the sums are equal, then Rule 1065, B, must again be applied. 1066 Determination of the intermediate and final results for multi-segment events, 6.0 System. Intermediate placements, when computed, are the placements for the segments of the event that have been completed thus far. For intermediate results, the results determined in accordance with Rules 1063 to 1065 for the segments included in the intermediate results will be multiplied by the appropriate factors and added together to give the intermediate factored placements. B. For the final results, the results determined for each segment of the event in accordance with Rule 1063 to 1065 will be multiplied by appropriate factors and added together to give the total final factored placements for the event. C. The best placement is assigned to the competitor having the lowest factored placement determined above and the next place to the competitor with the next lowest factored placement, etc. D. The factors and the conditions for breaking ties in the total factored placements are available on the U.S. Figure Skating Members Only website at usfsonline.org under the Accounting Central link. When two competitors are tied, the next place is not awarded. When three competitors are tied, the next two places are not awarded. F. No final placements will be recorded for competitors or teams who do not complete an event, and the only placement recorded for such competitors will be that earned for the last segment of the event in which they competed and for which placements were determined. G. Results from qualifying rounds will not be factored and will not be used to determine final placements. 1070 Calculation of Results, IJS. 1071 IJS Basic Principles of Calculation, All Skating Disciplines. Computer placements utilizing the currently approved software program, Rule 1232, are regarded and used as the official result. Subparagraphs 1071, A, and B, attempt to explain how this software calculates results. U.S. Figure Skating reserves the right to incorporate revisions or clarifications made by the ISU at any time after the revision or clarification is issued. A total technical score for each segment: pattern dance, short program, rhythm dance, free skate, free dance. 1. Scale of values: every section of a pattern dance and every element, that is required element of a short program, rhythm dance, free skate and free dance, has a certain base value indicated in the scale of values. A. For single skating, pair skating, ice dance and synchronized skating competitions conducted by U.S. Figure Skating using the IJS, U.S. Figure Skating will use the current ISU scale of values for the event discipline. B. U.S. Figure Skating may supplement the ISU scale of values to include elements that are currently not included in them or may develop a separate scale of values for lower-level events and beginning skaters. C. The current ISU scale of values for each discipline, and any additional scale of values created by U.S. Figure Skating will be posted at usfigureskating.org under the Technical Info link. D. Non-listed elements. Elements not in the ISU scale of values and not required by U.S. Figure Skating rules are considered to be non-listed elements for all events judged using the IJS per Rule 1041, A, and do not have point values if performed. Non-listed elements that are not otherwise illegal must be evaluated as transitions, linking movements by the judges. 2. Each judge identifies, for each sequence, section element, 1 or 2 grades of execution. Each grade has its own positive or negative numerical value, also indicated in the scale of values. 3. The panel's grade of execution is determined by calculating the trimmed mean of the numerical values of the grades of the execution awarded by each of the judges. 4. When there are 5 or more judges, the trimmed mean is calculated by dropping the highest and lowest marks from the panel and calculating the average of the remaining marks. When there are 4 or fewer judges, a simple mean will be used as provided for in Rule 1235, C1. 5. This average will become the final grade of execution of an individual section, element. The panel's grade of execution is rounded to 2 decimal places. 6. The panel's score for each section, element is determined by adding the trimmed mean, or simple mean, grade of execution of each section, element to its base value. 7. The panel's scores for all sections, elements are added together to determine the skater'(s/team's total technical score for the segment, TES. 8. In singles and pairs. A. Jump combinations are evaluated as 1 unit by adding the base values of the jumps included and applying the grade of execution with the numerical value of the most difficult jump. B. Jump sequences are evaluated as 1 unit by adding the base values of the 2 jumps, multiplying the result by 0.8 and, after that, applying the grade of execution with the numerical value of the most difficult jump. C. Any additional elements exceeding the prescribed numbers will not be counted in the result of a participant. Only the first attempt, or allowed number of attempts, of an element will be taken into account. D. Special factor. I. In the junior and senior ladies and men's short program and the juvenile, intermediate, novice, junior, senior, adult silver and higher singles free skate events, the base values, but not the grade of execution, of all jump elements started in the second half of the program will be multiplied by a special factor of 1.1 in order to give credit for even distribution of difficulties in the program. However, only the last 1 jump element executed in the second half of the short program, and the last 3 jump elements in the second half of the free skate count for this factor. 2. Each factored base value will be rounded to 2 decimal places. 3. The second half begins in the middle of the required time without taking into account the plus or minus 10 seconds allowance. However, in the cases of an interruption up to 3 minutes, Rule 1403, the factor 1.1 will be used only for jump elements which were started in the second half of the program but prior to the interruption. 9. In I stance. A. Combination lifts, combination step sequences, combination turns, for example combination set of twizzles or combination 1-foot step sequence, are evaluated as 1 unit by adding the base values of the first 2 executed types of short lifts and then applying the go. The go of the combination lift is equal to the sum of the numerical values of the corresponding go of these first 2 executed types of short lifts. B. Combination step sequences are evaluated as 1 unit by adding the base values of the 1-foot step sequence and the step sequence and then applying the go. The go of the combination step sequence is equal to the sum of the numerical values of the corresponding go of these 2 groups of step sequences. C. Combination turns are evaluated as 1 unit by adding the base values of the types of turns executed by the lady and types of turns executed by the man and then applying the go. The go of the combination turns is equal to the sum of the numerical values of the corresponding go of these executed types of turns. 10. In synchronized skating. A. If the value of an element, after taking any missing requirement, deductions and reductions, is less than 0, the element will be awarded a value of 0.00. B. In the short program and free skate, each element, block, circle, intersection, wheel, etc., will be evaluated and given a grade of execution separately. C. Any additional elements exceeding the prescribed numbers will not be counted in the result of a team. Only the first attempt, or allowed number of attempts, of an element will be taken into account. B. Total program component score for each segment. 1. There are a maximum of 5 program components, 4 in the marking of a pattern dance. 2. Each program component receives a mark from the judge on a scale of 0.25 to 10.00, in increments of 0.25. 3. The panel's points for each program component are obtained by calculating the trimmed or simple mean of the judges' scores for that program component. When there are 5 or more judges, the trimmed mean is calculated by dropping the highest and lowest marks from the panel and calculating the average of the remaining marks. When there are 4 or fewer judges, a simple mean will be used as provided for in Rule 1235, C1. 4. The panel's trimmed mean, or simple mean, score for each program component is rounded to 2 decimal places and then multiplied by the individual program component factor. The factored results are rounded to 2 decimal places and then multiplied by the general component factor. The factored results are rounded to 2 decimal places and added. The sum is the skater'(s/team's total program component score for the segment, pieces. A. The current program component and general component factors are included in the IJS factor tables posted on the U.S. Figure Skating Members Only website at usfsonline.org, under the Accounting Central link. C. Deductions are applied for each violation. 1. In singles and pairs, deductions are applied for each violation as follows. A. Program time violations. I. -0.5 for every 5 seconds lacking or in excess for no test, pre-preliminary, preliminary, pre-juvenile, juvenile, intermediate and all adult singles and pairs events. 2. -1.0 for every 5 seconds lacking or in excess for novice, junior and senior singles and pairs events. B. Illegal element violation, -2.0 per violation. C. Costume and prop violation, L.0 per program. D. Part of the costume, decoration falls on the ice, -1.0 per program. F. Falls in pairs, see Rule 1400 for the definition of a fall. I. -0.5 for every fall by one partner, and -1.0 for every fall by both partners in juvenile, intermediate, novice and all adult pairs events. 2. -1.0 for every fall by one partner, and -2.0 for every fall by both partners in junior and senior pairs events. G. Falls in singles, see Rule 1400 for the definition of a fall. I. -0.25 for every fall in no test, pre-preliminary and adult pre-bronze singles events. 2. -0.5 for every fall in preliminary, pre-juvenile, juvenile, intermediate, novice and adult bronze and higher singles events. 3. -1.0 for every fall in junior singles events. 4. In senior singles events, -1.0 each for the first and second falls, -2.0 each for the third and fourth falls, -3.0 each for the fifth and any further falls. H. For every interruption in performing the program. I. For 11-20 seconds interruption, -1.0 for junior and senior, -0.5 for juvenile, intermediate, novice and adult bronze and higher, -0.25 for no test through pre-juvenile and adult pre-bronze. 2. For 21-30 seconds interruption, -2.0 for junior and senior, -1.0 for juvenile, intermediate, novice and adult bronze and higher, -0.5 for no test through pre-juvenile and adult pre-bronze. 3. For 31-40 seconds interruption, -3.0 for junior and senior, -1.5 for juvenile, intermediate, novice and adult bronze and higher, -0.75 for no test through pre-juvenile and adult pre-bronze. 4. After 40 seconds, if the skater, couple has not reported to the event referee, the competitors are considered withdrawn. V. For interruption of the program with allowance of up to 3 minutes to resume from the point of interruption. -3.0 for junior and senior, -1.5 for juvenile, intermediate, novice and adult bronze and higher, -0.75 for no test. Through pre-juvenile and adult pre-bronze. 2. In I stance, deductions are applied for each violation as follows. A. Program time violations. I. -0.5 for every 5 seconds lacking or in excess for juvenile, intermediate and adult I stance events. 2. -1.0 for every 5 seconds lacking or in excess for novice, junior and senior I stance events. B. Extra elements, -1.0 per violation. C. Illegal element, movement violation, -2.0 per violation. D. Violation of music requirements. I. -1.0 per program for juvenile, intermediate and adult I stance events. 2. -2.0 per program for novice, junior, and senior I stance events. E. Costume and prop violation, L.0 per program. F. Part of the costume, decoration falls on the ice, -1.0 per program. G. Lifts exceeding the permitted duration, -1.0 per lift. H. Falls, see Rule 1400 for the definition of a fall. I. -0.5 for every fall by one partner, and -1.0 for every fall by both partners in juvenile, intermediate, novice and adult I stance events. 2. -1.0 for every fall by one partner, and -2.0 for every fall by both partners in junior and senior I stance events. I. Violation of tempo specifications, -1.0 per program. J. For every interruption in performing the program. I. For 11-20 seconds interruption, -1.0 for junior and senior, -0.5 for juvenile, intermediate, novice and adult. 2. For 21-30 seconds interruption, -2.0 for junior and senior, -1.0 for juvenile, intermediate, novice and adult. 3. For 31-40 seconds interruption, -3.0 for junior and senior, -1.5 for juvenile, intermediate, novice and adult. 4. After 40 seconds, if the skater, couple has not reported to the event referee, the competitors are considered withdrawn. V. For interruption of the program with allowance of up to 3 minutes to resume from the point of interruption. -3.0 for junior and senior, -1.5 for juvenile, intermediate, novice and adult. K. Violation of choreography restrictions, -1.0 per program. 3. For deductions and reductions in synchronized skating, see Rule 9923. D. Singles and pairs bonus. 1. Junior singles short program and free skate. A. +1.0 bonus for each triple axel achieved, under rotated or full value, regardless of whether it is achieved as a solo jump, or in combination or sequence. B. +2.0 bonus for each quadruple jump achieved, under rotated or full value, regardless of whether it is achieved as a solo jump, or in combination or sequence. C. Triple axel and quadruple jumps are eligible for bonus points only if compliant with well-balanced program and repeat rules. 2. Novice singles short program and free skate. A. +3.0 bonus for each 2-jump combination where both jumps are triple jumps, or a 3-jump combination where 2 triple jumps are executed in succession. Both triple jumps must be under rotated or full value to receive the bonus. B. +3.0 bonus for each triple axel achieved, under rotated or full value, regardless of whether it is achieved as a solo jump, or in combination or sequence. C. +2.0 bonus for any triple jump, under rotated or full value, that immediately follows a double jump, including double axel, in a jump combination. D. Plus 1.0 bonus for each triple jump achieved, under rotated or full value, as a solo jump, or in combination or sequence, that doesn't meet the criteria in paragraphs A, B or C above. E. Triple jumps are eligible for bonus points only if compliant with well-balanced program and repeat rules. 3. Intermediate singles short program and free skate. A. Plus 1.0 bonus for one double axel achieved, under rotated or full value, regardless of whether it is achieved as a solo jump, or in combination or sequence. B. Plus 3.0 bonus for each two-jump combination where both jumps are triple jumps, or a three-jump combination where two triple jumps are executed in succession. Both triple jumps must be under rotated or full value to receive the bonus. C. Plus 2.0 bonus for any triple jump, under rotated or full value, that immediately follows a double jump, including double axel, in a jump combination. D. Plus 1.0 bonus for each triple jump achieved, under rotated or full value, as a solo jump, or in combination or sequence, that doesn't meet the criteria in paragraphs B or C above. E. Double axel and triple jumps are eligible for bonus points only if compliant with well-balanced program and repeat rules. 4. Juvenile singles free skate. A. Plus 1.0 bonus for each double axel achieved, under rotated or full value, regardless of whether it is achieved as a solo jump, or in combination or sequence. B. Plus 1.0 bonus for one triple jump achieved, under rotated or full value, regardless of whether it is achieved as a solo jump, or in combination or sequence. C. Double axels and triple jump are eligible for bonus points only if compliant with well-balanced program and repeat rules. 5. Novice pairs short program and free skate, plus 1.0 bonus for each double axel and each triple jump achieved, under rotated or full value, by both partners. 6. Intermediate pairs short program and free skate and juvenile pairs free skate, plus 1.0 bonus for each double axel achieved, under rotated or full value, by both partners. 1072 Determination of results in each segment of a competition, IJS. A. The total segment score for each skater, team in each segment of a competition, pattern dance, short program, rhythm dance, free skate and free dance, is calculated by adding the total technical score and the total program component score, and subtracting any deductions for violations in accordance with the rules of the particular discipline. The result is the total segment score. B. In ice dance, for events with two pattern dances, the total score for each pattern dance will be multiplied by a factor documented on the U.S. Figure Skating Members Only website at usfsonline.org, under the Accounting Central link. C. The skater, team with the highest total segment score is placed first, the skater, team with the next highest total segment score is placed second, and so on. D. If two or more skaters, teams have the same total segment score. 1. The total technical score will break the tie in the pattern dances, short program and rhythm dance. If the total technical scores are also equal, the skaters, teams concerned will be considered tied. 2. The total program component score will break the tie in the free skate and free dance. If the program component scores are also equal, the skaters, teams concerned will be considered tied. E. For any segment where a segment factor is applied, the factored segment scores are rounded to 2 decimal places. 1073 Determination of the final results. A. The total segment score for each segment is multiplied by the current segment factor and then added. The result constitutes the final score of a skater, team in an event. 1. The current segment factors used to determine combined and final results are included in the IJS factor tables posted on the U.S. Figure Skating Members Only website at usfsonline.org, under the Accounting Central link. B. The skater, team with the highest final score is first, etc. C. In case of a tie in total segment score for any combined result or final result, the skater, team with the highest place for the last segment skated will prevail. D. If there is a tie for the last skated segment, the placement of the next previously skated segment will determine the better place, etc. If there is no previous segment, the skaters, teams are tied. E. In ice dance, if two pattern dances are to be skated, both dances are even in value. There are no tie-breaking criteria for the combined result after the second pattern dance. F. No final placements shall be recorded for competitors or teams who do not complete an event. The only placement recorded for such competitors will be the placement earned for the part of the event they completed and for which placements were determined. 1,100 competition sanctions, generally. 1,110 ISU competitions. 1,111 with the exception of the Olympic Winter Games, the Board of Directors shall sanction competitions set forth in the regulations of the ISU when such competitions are held in the United States. 1,120 competition sanctions. 1,121 The Board of Directors must sanction the following competitions. A. U.S. Figure Skating Championships. B. U.S. Collegiate Figure Skating Championships. C. U.S. Adult Figure Skating Championships. D. U.S. Synchronized Skating Championships. E. Skate America. F. North American International Synchronized Skating Competition. G. Special National Competitions. Applications for these competitions will be made as directed by the chair of the competitions committee. Applications will be provisionally accepted by the committee, and sanctions issued. 1,122 Except as noted above, the chair of the competitions committee, or the appropriate sectional or regional vice chair, must sanction all U.S. figure skating competitions held in the United States. A. Applications may be obtained from any vice chair of the competitions committee or U.S. figure skating headquarters, and must be returned at least 90 days in advance of the competition. 1. Collegiate clubs shall download the current standard announcement and sanction request form from the collegiate section of the U.S. Figure Skating website, complete the necessary parts, add any additional information they deem necessary and send these documents to the appropriate regional vice chair for approval and sanctioning. B. The chair or vice chair may reject any application for any good and sufficient reason. C. A member club that uses the principal skating headquarters of another member club for a competition must receive permission in writing from the home club before a sanction may be issued. Such permission may not be unreasonably withheld. A copy of the letter of permission must be attached to the competition sanction application. D.C. Also, Rules 2000, 3000, 3110, 3131, 3200, 3301, 3400 and 3500. Interim and provisional member clubs will only be issued sanctions for non-qualifying competitions. F. Sanctions for intercollegiate competitions may be issued to collegiate clubs in good standing. 1,123 Requests by an amateur sports organization or person made to U.S. figure skating, as NGB of figure skating on ice, for a sanction to hold an international amateur athletic competition in the United States or to allow United States eligible skaters to compete in an international amateur athletic competition outside the United States must be directed to the Executive Director of U.S. Figure Skating for review and determination pursuant to the provisions of Section 220,525 of the Sports Act. An amateur sports organization means a not-for-profit corporation, association or other group organized in the United States that sponsors or arranges an amateur athletic competition. 1,130 First aid. 1,131 First aid facilities must be available at all competitions. The presence of a qualified physician is also recommended. 1,200 Duties of event officials. 1,210 Duties of the chief referee. 1,211 The chief referee's interpretation of the rules and decisions on all questions not covered by these rules is final. 1,212 The chief referee will A. Act as chair of the judges. B. Assign judges, substitute judges and referees to the events. C. Draw the numerical order of the judges. D. Together with the technical panel captain, assign technical panel officials to events for qualifying competitions. C. TPCR 3.01, G. E. Assign technical panel officials to events for non-qualifying competitions. F. Be responsible for the scheduling of events in consultation with the host club. G. Together with the chief accountant, be responsible for seating skaters. H. Direct the dance referee, if designated, to 1. Be responsible for selecting the music for pattern dances that are not designated as skaters' choice dances. 2. Check the music's metronome, tempo, both before the competition and during the warm-ups. I. Decide all protests, including protests from the decisions of assistant referees, except when an expedited hearing is requested in accord with Article 25, Section 1, of the U.S. Figure Skating Bylaws. J. Decide upon any breaches that may occur, even without protest. K. Generally supervise the accounting. L. Verify the award of places under the 6.0 system as submitted by the accountant, see Rule 1060. M. Decide whether the condition of the ice will permit conducting the competition. N. Together with the accountants, conduct the initial skating draw. O. Work with the local organizing committee, LOC, to ensure that all coaches are in compliance, and take appropriate action, if necessary. 1213 For all qualifying and non-qualifying synchronized skating competitions, the chief referee will designate a specific area for coaches to stand during the warm-up period of their teams. Coaching will not be permitted from other areas. 1214 Within 30 days after a qualifying competition, the chief referee will complete a report. A. Including the following. 1. Any deviations from or comments regarding A. Rules governing competitions. B. The official schedule. C. Proper conduct of all officials. 2. Any adverse comments or particularly favorable comments regarding A. Rink conditions. B. Housing. C. Transportation. D. Music. E. Rinkside IJS computer equipment, IVR system. 3. Any protests, accidents or unusual happenings. 4. Any accidents that also must be reported to the Sports Sciences and Medicine Committee. 5. A record of the initial and final placements in each event. 6. A judges, referees and technical panel assignment sheet, Form 104B. Which will be sent as follows. TO, Items 1-4. Referees. Report. Item 5. Component / Cumulative. Results. Item 6. Officials. Assignment sheet. Form 104. President XX, A, X. Technical Group Coordinator XXX. Chair, Competitions Committee XX, B, X. Chair, Judges Committee XXX, C. Chair, Technical Panel Committee XXX, C. Appropriate Sectional Vice Chair, Competitions Committee X, C, X, C, X, C. Appropriate Sectional Vice Chair, Judges Committee for Singles, Pairs, Dance and or Synchronized X, C, X, C, X. Appropriate Sectional Vice Chair, Technical Panel Committee X, C, X, C, X. U.S. Figure Skating Headquarters X sent by Accountants X. Footnote, A, send for U.S. Championships only. B, send for sectional and U.S. Championships only. C, send for regional and sectional championships only. Note, the entire referee report, including the requirements listed in items 5 and 6 in the chart, may be fulfilled via email at the end of the competition in a format specified by the Competitions Committee. 1215 Within 30 days after a non-qualifying competition, the chief referee will A. Send a report as outlined in Rule 1214, A. 1. Computer summaries of placements including segment and cumulative. if sent electronically, must be sent in a currently approved format. B. Include a activity report of officials, judges, referees and technical panel, in a format approved by the competitions committee. C. Send the entire report via email, fax or regular mail to 1. U.S. Figure Skating Headquarters, and 2. The appropriate regional vice chair on the competitions committee for the region in which the competition was held, or the appropriate synchronized sectional vice chair on the competitions committee for the section in which the competition was held, for synchronized skating competitions. 1216 The regional vice chair, or the sectional vice chair of synchronized skating for synchronized skating competitions, shall review the referee's report and, if the report contains any special notations or deviations, distribute the written report to the persons listed under Rule 1214, b. 1217 The referee may a. require medical examination for physical fitness where considered advisable, b. exclude or disqualify any entrant from a competition, c. change officials and alter the program during a competition when there is urgent reason for so doing, d. appoint a substitute to replace a judge who has commenced judging an event but who is unable to continue. Whenever a substitute judge replaces an official judge, the marks of the official judge shall be used up to the point of substitution. 1220 Duties of the event referee. A. The duties of the chief referee are as specified in Rule 1210. B. The event referee 1. Is in charge of the event. 2. Manages the panel of judges to ensure compliance with the rules, with the authority to remove judges from the panel, if there are important and valid reasons to do so. A. A judge's marks may not be changed in either system of judging after posting due to a mistake made by the judge. 3. Acts as spokesperson for the panel. 4. Conducts pre-event meeting with the panel of judges before each segment of the event. 5. Decides whether the condition of the ice permits the holding of the event. 6. Decides all protests with respect to the event. 7. Interprets the rulebook and enforces provisions therein as they pertain to the event. The event referee may bring to the officials stand an electronic communicative device for the sole purpose of being able to perform their job function during an event, such as, but not limited to, accessing an electronic version of the rulebook or event-related emergencies. 8. Monitors abuse of using electronic communicative devices on the officials stand for all officials, and reports any such abuse to the chief referee for inclusion in the referee's report, see Rule 1214, A1c. 9. Times the duration of the program as skated and records the halfway point in the junior and senior singles short program and all singles free skates when the event is running in a manual environment using the IJS. 10. For IJS events, decides upon the following deductions according to Rule 1071, time violations and interruptions of the program, as well as a. In ice dance, lifts in excess of the permitted time and part of the costume, decoration falling on the ice. B. In singles and pairs, part of the costume, decoration falling on the ice. C. In synchronized skating, music violations, hold deductions and part of the costume, decoration falling on the ice. 11. For IJS events, together with the judges panel, decides on the following deductions according to Rule 1071. A. In singles, pairs and ice dance, costume, prop, choreography, pairs and ice dance only, and music, ice dance only. Violations. B. In synchronized skating, costume, including feathers, headpieces, and prop violations. The corresponding deductions in Rules 1071 and 9923 are taken when the majority of the referee plus judges have applied them. 12. In ice dance, with the assistance of a timekeeper, if necessary, takes the time of all lifts in the rhythm dance and the free dance in order to verify if a couple has performed an extended lift. 13. In ice dance, with the assistance of a timekeeper, if necessary, checks the tempo of each piece of music used for a skater's choice pattern dance event and specified parts of rhythm dance, when applicable, and A. In the IJS, takes the appropriate deduction, see Rule 1071C, 2, if the beats per minute are outside of the allowable range. B. In the 6.0 system, notifies the judges if the beats per minute are outside of the allowable range so each judge can take the appropriate deduction. 14. In ice dance, announces, in advance of the first practice, the side of the ice surface on which each pattern dance will start. Also see Rule 8075, H. 15. Times the duration used by competitors to take their starting positions and applies or instructs the judges to apply any required penalties, see Rule 1322. Allows competitors to restart according to Rules 1400 to 1404 and 6076. 16. Requires medical examination for physical fitness where considered advisable. 17. Where medical examination is not possible, decides the physical fitness of athletes to compete safely with no further risk to themselves or their partners, teammates. 18. For a qualifying event held at a non-qualifying competition, the event referee is responsible for all decisions pertaining to the qualifying event. 1221 Duties of the assistant referee, ice. In synchronized skating, there will be an assistant referee, ice, whose duties will be to A. Monitor the condition of the ice to ensure the safety of the skaters. B. Monitor the ice for foreign objects, direct and alternate to enter the ice for the express purpose of picking up the object. C. Perform other duties as required by Rule 1404. 1230 Duties of the Chief Accountant. 1231 The chief accountant at each competition has the following responsibilities. A. At all competitions, for the supervision of assistant accountants and technical accountants. B. At all qualifying competitions and official trial judge events at non-qualifying competitions, for supplying the trial judge chair with a complete record of the placements of official judges for each segment of each event. Copies of signed segment and cumulative results, if applicable, for each event will be used. C. At the conclusion of all qualifying competitions, for sending the following. 1. To the IJS technology specialist, no later than 1 day after the competition. A. For IJS categories, the final and complete USFSA competition database folder containing all files, saved to a zipped folder and sent via email. B. For 6.0 events, the final and completed HAL 2.0 competition database folder containing all files, saved to a zipped folder and sent via email. 2. To the archivist at U.S. Figure Skating Headquarters by mail. A. A clean program. B. Individual judges' sheets for each 6.0 segment. C. Original signed copies of all results for each segment and cumulative results, where applicable. D. At all qualifying competitions, for working with the technical accountants to post starting orders and results to ISA Network. Using the IJS Live program. 1232 The official calculation software and official judging system hardware for U.S. figure skating includes A. IJS Calculation, the USFSA program, provided by the ISU and modified with U.S. figure skating customizations for use in the U.S. B. 6.0 Calculation, the HAL 2 program, updated and maintained by U.S. figure skating. C. Judging System IVR Hardware, complete systems, hardware components and IVR software supported by an approved judging system vendor of U.S. figure skating. D. Any other calculation and/or judging system software or hardware is not approved nor supported by U.S. figure skating, with the following exceptions.